Use the equation below to answer the question that follows. X to the power of 2 minus 2x minus 15 over x to the power of 2 minus 9 equals 0. Which of the following is the complete solution to the equation above? Now this question is so easy to solve. It's similar to a quadratic equation as we simplify it. So the first step we need to do in order to get rid of the fraction is to multiply both sides by x to the power of 2 minus 9. This will help us solve the question much more easier, and it would make the question extended more. So we will multiply both sides by x to the power of 2 minus 9. And now we will have a new equation. Every time you see an equation with x to the power of 2 and it's equals to 0, that means that it is a quadratic equation. Now, to solve quadratic equations, one of the important factors of it is factorizing. Factorizing all the expressions in order to make the equation more expanded and easier to solve to find the x. So, in order to do that, we need to find two factors that multiplies that give us a product of negative 15, and the same two products will give us a product when we add them, negative 2. Now the products of negative 15 are 3 and negative 5, or negative 3 and 5. The correct choices are x minus 5 and x plus 3. Now when we multiply negative 5 and 3, it will give us negative 15. And when we add negative 5 plus 3, it will give us a product of negative 2. So those are the two correct factors. Now we need to solve for x. To solve for x, we're just going to plot each bracket equals to 0. So x minus 5 equals 0. We're going to add 5 to both sides. So it's going to be x equals 5. And the other one, the same thing. We're going to move the negative 3 to the other side. It's going to give us a product of x equals negative 3. Now we have two x's. Now we need to check our answers and plot x in the equation above. Now we've come to the checking part. We found in the last slide that we find two products, x equals 5 and x equals negative 3. We need to know which one is the solution, or they could be both the solutions. In order to check, we just simply going to substitute the value of the x through the x in this equation. Let's try x equals 5 first. So we're just simply going to substitute 5 through each x in the equation. So 5 to the power of 2 minus 2 times 5 minus 15 over 5 to the power of 2 minus 9 equals 0. Now if you substituted all these values or all this equation in the calculator, it will give you a value of 0. As you can see that our solution is correct because it's equals to 0. So the solution could be x equals 5. But we're not done yet. We need to find if x equals negative 3 is a solution too. So let's try that. Now let's try for x equals negative 3. We're going to do the same. We're just going to substitute negative 3 through all the x's in the equation. So it's going to be negative 3 to the power of 2 minus 2 times negative 3 minus 15 over negative 3 to the power of 2 minus 9 equals 0. Always make sure to put negative 3 into brackets, especially in the calculator, because it will give you an accurate product or solution, especially when the number is negative. Now, if you uploaded this equation in the calculator, it will give you a math error. So the product of this equation is undefined. So unfortunately, x equals negative 3 is not a solution because it's not equals to 0. So it turns out that x equals 5 is the winner, and it's the only solution for this equation. So the answer choice for this question is B, x equals 5.